Can you see the biggest spot in the whole wide world, by the way? On my chin. It's like literally a different colour. It's like green. So, apologies. Today I thought I would talk about 20 facts about me. This is quite an old school video, and I remember doing this when I think it was one of my first ever videos. It's probably on private now, and if it's not, you're in for a treat because it's the most awkward thing in the whole world. But the reason I thought I'd do it today is because I talk a lot about my anxiety disorders on this channel. I talk about my IBS, my anxiety, and they do take up a large part of my brain, and I think about it every single day, and I go through it every single day, and all my decisions are kind of based around that, and anxiety is definitely a large part of my life, and it's a part of who I am because of my anxiety disorders. But it's not everything of who I am. There's a lot more to who I am than my anxiety and my mental health and my IBS. And the reason I talk about all these things on my channel is because it's very important to talk about, and there's definitely a stigma, and there's so many reasons to talk about it. But I also think it's important to share the things that aren't anxiety. And so I've got 20 facts about me that are nothing to do with anxiety, that are just other facts about me. And I want you to go away from this video, and I want you to think about or write about or make a video about or whatever 20 facts about you that aren't to do with your mental health, that aren't to do with your anxiety, things you enjoy, things you hate, hobbies you have, what you do for work, all that kind of stuff. Or you can tell me maybe 3 down below, 3 facts about you that are nothing to do with your mental health. The first fact about me is I literally hate poached eggs. They're the most disgusting things on the whole planet ever, and if you like poached eggs, you're so weird. They are literally balls of slimy, it's like a watery egg, and it gives me the absolute fear. And talking about it and thinking about poached eggs, it's just absolutely disgusting, and I don't know how people can eat them. The next fact is I have an Etsy shop. I make scarves and cushions and lots of different knitted things. I always leave a link to my Etsy shop down below if you fancy a scarf or a cushion or whatever. But yeah, I make scarves, and when I was agoraphobic and I couldn't really leave my house, I taught myself to knit, and then I decided to sell them online, and the shop has been fairly successful. People have made some purchases, and so yeah. The next fact is I probably drink a Diet Coke every single day. I am obsessed. I'm literally obsessed. And honestly, I can't remember the last time I didn't have a Diet Coke on a day. I've not had one today, and I keep thinking about how much I'm looking forward to having one because I love it. The next fact about me is I love watching cleaning videos. I love watching people clean. It's really therapeutic, and it's kind of like, you know those videos where like people speed up like drawing or cleaning or journaling or anything like that. I am into. I love watching cleaning videos, and I also really like Mrs. Hinch, and I know probably my only issue with her would be the amount of ads she does and the amount of selling she kind of does and that kind of stuff, but her actual cleaning and her methods and the way she talks about anxiety and stuff, I really enjoy. I like cleaning videos, I just do. The next fact is I work in a bar, part-time. I've worked there for like 3 or 4 years probably, very long time. And I enjoy it. I think it's something that's definitely given me a lot of confidence, because obviously you have to speak to lots of people that you don't know all the time, make small talk all the time. And so I think that it's definitely helped me with my anxiety, and it's a very relaxed and understanding environment, and I do enjoy it. My next fact is I've lived on my own for a year. A whole year this month I've lived on my own, which is insane. So I've been renting this flat and making it my own, and it definitely does feel like my home now. Like, this is definitely my flat, this is my home, this is where I live. Yeah, it's been a whole year. My favourite dogs are greyhounds. If you've watched my previous videos, you might have seen I looked after a greyhound for a while, and oh my god, they are the most beautiful natured dogs in the whole world. If you've never met a greyhound, you might be like, they're really skinny, they're not that cuddly, but they're so gentle, and all they want to do is just chat, and just like, they are the most like cuddly and loving dogs ever. So gentle, would never hurt a fly, get on really well with other dogs, get on really well with children. They are the best dogs. I love greyhounds. I don't really want a greyhound. My first job was in a milkshake shop when I was like 15, 16 or 17 or something around that age, like mid-teens. I really enjoyed it. It was good. I remember having a really bad, like, my anxiety was quite high around then, but I managed it quite well. And thinking back to it, I just think of like, it was a really tiny wee shop and we just made milkshakes all day and it was quite fun. And yeah, it was my first ever job. My favourite book is Dibs in Search of Self, but I've also recently read Notes on a Nervous Planet by Matt Haig, which was amazing as well. But Dibs in Search of Self is a book I read when I was studying counselling. Both of those books I would very much recommend. The next fact about me is I met my boyfriend on Tinder. Again, I've spoken about this on my channel, but yeah, it's really crazy to think that we met online, because I think a lot of people that have met their partners online, it just feels like you've known them for a really long time, and it feels like you can't have known them from online. It feels like you must have known them for a really long time. But yeah, we went on our first date around about this time last year, and yeah, we met on Tinder. Similarly, I met one of my best friends on YouTube. She had a channel at the time and I realised that she lived close to where I lived, and so we got talking, and now we've been like best friends for like 2 years or something, and so that's quite cool. The next fact is I don't drink alcohol. I've not really ever drank alcohol. I think I've been drunk maybe 2 or 3 times in my whole life, and I kind of, at the time when I was younger, I'd get drunk because I felt like I should, everyone else was doing it, and there was definitely maybe once or twice that I enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed being drunk, but ever since I realised I don't actually have to drink and I'm allowed to go out with my friends without drinking, I've not drank, and it is so much better for my mental health, I feel, because I don't have to deal with hangovers and I can just do whatever I want. And I'm a bit of a weirdo anyway, so I will happily dance and do all those kind of things without alcohol. But yeah, I didn't really know it was an option to decide not to drink. And then when I realised it wasn't, I was like, oh, I'm not going to drink anymore. I don't actually enjoy it, so I don't drink. The next one is I'm a very, very, very messy person. Very messy. So messy. In fact, whenever I sit there on the sofa, there is always a ring around me of mess. Of pens, notebooks, my laptop, food, snacks, drinks, knitting, balls of wool, crumbs. It's just something that, like, I'm a magnet for mess, and it just like orbits around me. But I also do really, really enjoy cleaning, and so when I get into a cleaning mood, I love hoovering and cleaning my flat and stuff like that, but I'm a very naturally messy person. My favourite thing in the whole world to do is to have a bath and read a book at the same time. Recently, this has been my main self-care thing. Like, at least like 3 or 4 days out of the week, I will have a really long bath with a bath bomb, if I have one at the time and I can afford one, read my book, and it's the most relaxing thing in the whole world. I feel like all of your senses are being stimulated. The smell of the bath, all your muscles are getting like relaxed, you're getting clean, you're reading a book. Oh, it's just my favourite thing to do ever. The next fact about me is I live literally 2 minutes away from a beach. Maybe even less, honestly. So I live on one street. If I walk down to the bottom of the street, there's the beach. And that's really great. And I've lived next to the beach for the past like 13 years maybe. And it's great. I love it. And I don't consider it, and I don't appreciate it enough because I live so close to it. I just kind of take it for granted, but it's the most beautiful, beautiful place, and there's so many gorgeous coffee shops and stuff like that around, and it's definitely very cool living next to the beach. I am a size 14. I'm a size 12 on top and a size 14 on bottom, and I think for a really long time, up until recently, I thought that meant that I was definitely fat and overweight and obese, and it never really bothered me that much. I've never really been too conscious of my body. I've never really been too worried about it, but recently I've been like a steady size 14, and for a long time I was size 10 or 12, and recently I've been size 14 and kind of stuck to size 14, and I kind of just accept it, and that's just the way my body is right now, and it doesn't mean I'm fat, and if it does, that's alright, because my body, and I like my body. The next fact is I have the implant, the contraceptive implant, right here. I made a video about it. If you're somebody that needs to get contraception or wants to get contraception and you're considering the implant, I've made a whole video on it. I think it's pretty good. I have been having a little bit of issue with it recently because it kind of feels like it's swollen around it, but I'm not gonna have babies, so that's the pro. My favourite food is fish. I love fish. I love salmon, I love tuna, I love cod, I love all of the fish. I love prawns. I love fish. And I'm a pescatarian. I don't eat meat except for fish. And I've been that way for a really long time and I really like it. I constantly rewatch series. I find it really difficult to get into a new series. But I rewatch Called the Midwife, Orange is the New Black, Friends, Black Mirror, Friday Night Dinner, The Office. I just rewatch series that I know and that I really love all the time. And if I could watch The Office for the rest of my life, I 100% would. And the last fact about me is my favourite shop in the whole world is Lush. I love Lush. My favourite thing, if I could get anything, my favourite thing would be to have unlimited Lush for the rest of my life. Or to get free Lush stuff all the time. That would be like my absolute dream. I love Lush products, it's the best. And it's also all cruelty free, which I follow. So those are my 20 facts about me. Thanks very much for watching this video. I know that might have been kind of boring, don't have very many exciting facts about me. But please tell me 3 facts about you down below, and they can't be related to mental health. They've got to be other attributes that you have, other hobbies you have, other things you have. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!